My name is Godfred. I'm from Ghana in West Africa. At the moment, I'm in Accra, which is the capital of Ghana. Today is 15th May 2020, and I'm trying to answer the question of how coronavirus has affected the lives of Ghanaians, the everyday lives of Ghanaians as a whole. In this episode, if you know the typical, or you've heard about the typical African society, well, Ghana reflects the typical African society where we're more sociable, we meet often, we sit down, we go for funerals, we go for parties, especially funerals, a big part of our culture. So at the moment, we don't have any social activities going on like we used to. Funerals have halted. They are not working. Bodies are still in the morgue, so the president has advised that if you have a body in the morgue, you can bury the person privately and later on hold the funeral like we do. I mean, here we go out, we mourn in a big way, but social distancing won't allow that. So now funerals have been halted. Economic activities, for example, people are out there working because our lockdown has come down, but it's not like it used to be. Workplaces, people are running shifts, they are not going like they used to. So for example, a friend of mine works at customs. If one goes this week, this batch goes this week, the next one goes next week. That is how most jobs are going about it. Education parts, schools are still shut down. Some of them private institutions, some of the private institutions are trying to work online to see how they can get their work done online. Some of them are trying. So far, well, it's not been affected. It's not been started in the public schools. And also, our lockdown has been lifted. I think we went through it for 3 weeks. And according to the president, we cannot lead our lives, or we cannot manage our crisis the way other people are managing our crisis. When we went on lockdown, we had less than 100 cases, and we had to lift the lockdown, and now we have 5,000 cases. But we don't see a lot of people crying out for lockdowns because our culture, like our president said, our society is not set up the way other countries are set up. So we are managing our crisis uniquely. Practicing the social distancing, going out with face mask. I think we've been encouraged strongly to go out with face masks. So in shops, for example, supermarkets, you cannot enter without a face mask. And some of them will take your temperature. Some of them you would have to wear some kind of gloves to touch items, and you dispose them off when you leave the shop. So from economic activities, social, even down to our shopping, things have changed greatly. It has not been easy on the average Ghanaian, but we are managing. Although there has been changes, we are adjusting well. Despite the spike in cases, now having 5,000 cases, I don't see the outrage. I don't see Ghanaians more outraged than they were from when they had the first case. We are still keeping our calm and hoping for the best. But concerning our lives, our everyday lives changed strongly, as you'd see from the traffic situation briefly. People don't go out as early as they used to. Jobs are not operating regularly like they used to. And things are not running exactly smoothly as they used to. So our lives have changed completely. Pubs, public places are still closed, although over the weekend there was a directive for them to start opening. I think on May 1st, government said it was going to come up with measures to start easing the pressure on us. I mean, various places have been shut down. For example, churches, pubs, drinking bars, they've all been shut down. And churches, pastors have issued ultimatum. Some pastors have issued ultimatum that churches be open. Pubs want to be open, and over the weekend there was a communicated that pubs and drinking bars should be open, but it didn't happen. Later on, other sets of people started complaining, so it was withdrawn. So at the moment, churches are closed down, and church is a big deal here for the average Ghanaian on an everyday basis. We do go to work, but you'd find us in churches on Wednesdays, Mondays, but now no church activities. we can't congregate more, we can't do anything else. Yes, so that's how the average Ghanaian's everyday life has been changed with coronavirus.